For you to joke about something that could have very much not only ended my life, but also ended my career, I'm no on smoke.
I'm a fucking sex symbol. She wants to lean, she want the Gucci. I ride with some honey's on me, I got a Gucci. Pull up in a Jeep, I put it on for a Jeep. I want your body, give me some up on the front seat. We gon'
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Cece, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you would stay, subscribe, and become a part of the Fashionceesta family. Today, I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, surrounding the controversial topic of the WAP music video with Cardi B and MEG the Stallion, and a few other things that have happened in pop culture within like the past 2 to 3 weeks. So if you guys are interested in seeing this video, I will see you all in my next clip. So I will not be showing any of the products that I'm using on my face in this video. However, I will try my best to make sure that I place the PNGs across the screen. You already know how this game go with me. I normally, you know, pop the PNGs over to the side of me, but let's go ahead and get started with this chit chat. Girl, the celebs have been doing a lot, so let's just talk about them. So the very first topic that I want to address is the WAP video controversy with Cardi B and Megan the motherfucking Stallion. I don't understand why people are acting like vulgar music from women just started with our generation. Legit, my dad never used to like for me to like watch BET or just anything that was like vulgar really, because of the things that were being said in music, and honestly most of it was done by men. But there were Lil Kims, there was Adina Howard, there was SWV that was singing about, like, women ain't just started talking about their shit. It's annoying, and I kind of wish that y'all would shut the fuck up. I don't understand why that video or that song is bothering y'all so much, because to be honest, there's way worse music that's out, and for y'all to let that slide, but to condemn two women for being open and expressing their sexuality is actually very, very, very annoying. I saw a video on Twitter of a guy saying like his daughter doesn't have any real role models, and basically saying like how Cardi and Megan are gonna make him have to work overtime to explain to his daughter that that's not the way that a lady should carry herself, and so on and so forth. And it's just like, men like that to me are extremely telling. Like, men who beat on women, men who mistreat women, men who cheat on their women, all kind of talk and act like that. It's all about controlling and manipulation. I don't know not one woman that has a good man that has a problem with a woman expressing her sexuality. Like, your mom expressing her sexuality is the reason why you're here. I think that is so stupid that so many people want to like raise their sons different from how they raise their young daughters. My female child can only be pregnant unless she get pregnant with like twins or, you know, triplets or whatever. Like, if she gets pregnant with multiples, that's the only way that she's bringing more than one child in my house at the same time. However, my son, who does not have to carry a pregnancy, he can be out here messing around and getting multiple women pregnant, and then now I'm Mimi to 8 different babies instead of just one child that my daughter had. It's not a celebrity's responsibility to raise your child. I don't give a damn what type of platform they're on. I think that the time has come where we have to stop idolizing celebrities and just acknowledge their efforts and stop placing them on a pedestal, because a lot of people tend to forget that like a lot of these people are just regular ass human beings that have been blessed to do like extraordinary things. But raising your child or censoring who they are, especially as grown ass women, is not something that is their responsibility. It's your responsibility as the parent to monitor what your kid is watching, or even if you not monitoring what your kid is watching, just making sure that they understand that like, okay, like Cardi can want for Offset to touch that thing that's dangling at the back of her throat because she's a grown woman. You, my dear, who are 13 or 15 and all of your household needs and who you are as a person gets handled because of my money. When you start paying bills, you can let somebody touch that dangling thing at the back of your throat as well. But the fact that you are not a grown adult, you can hear what you want to hear, but do understand that under my roof, that's not how this is going down. And even if your child is being sexually active, I think a lot of parents are scared to have the sex conversation with their children. I do have an aunt that worked in childhood education, so there were lots of teen summits that she made me and my cousin attend with her that talked about safe sex and STDs and teen pregnancy and being abstinent and things like that. I mean, I'm not even gonna say like as a kid, like even still as a grown adult, a lot of those seminars and the things that I've learned in those programs have definitely stuck with me throughout adult. Just because a man tells me that I'm beautiful doesn't mean that I have to sleep with him, or just because, you know, I'm able to talk openly and candidly about my sex life or just my sexuality in general as a grown-ass woman. Like, I'm free to do that without a man feeling like he should be entitled to my body. So I feel like that's very irresponsible for these grown-ass men who have become fathers to place that type of like pressure on these female artists trying to tell them how to carry themselves. But y'all are the same men that'll let y'all daughters, let y'all sons run through these women's daughters. So it's like, if you don't want your daughter to be a city girl, then who little girl is your son gonna be fucking? Is it the older women? Because, you know, a lot of men think that predatory shit is cute anyways, but it's just like, come on now, like, make it make sense. I have teenage little cousins, and for me it's like I'm gonna always create that safe space for them to be open and honest with me about anything that they're going through, because me being an adult and also being very close to their age, like, I've experienced enough in life and I've been around people who have experienced things in life to be able to guide them in the right direction. I don't encourage them to do anything. I wish that they would all, you know, stay abstinent and just worry about school and get everything together, but I just know realistically, because that wasn't realistic for kids my age, especially when I was like in high school. I think like the first person that I knew that was having sex, I was probably like in 8th grade when I knew that like people that I was like cool with was actually like being sexually active, and I was just like shook. But I don't think that these girls was out here busting it open because of a song that they heard on the radio or a video that they saw. Like, nobody saw Tit Drill and said, oh my God, I can't wait until I meet a guy so he can swipe a credit card through my ass. I'm so influenced by these people who literally do not know me to go do all of this shit. Like, let people live their life. Like, y'all place way too much responsibility on these celebrities, and I'm not saying don't hold them accountable when they do certain things, but like, raising your child is not their responsibility. So I don't feel like no grown-ass person should have to watch how they conduct themselves in the public eye just because you feel like children are watching. They not responsible for your child, period. And to those politicians, those white politicians that had the nerve to get on the internet like, oh my God, I saw that video by accident, we should just ban it because it is just the worst thing in the world and it's so derogatory towards women. Y'all are the same political party that allow your candidates, the people that are in office, the people that are on your senates, your everything, to rape young women and then cover it up. Like, y'all against abortion, y'all pro-life until somebody in office or on one of these cabinets get one of these underage girls that they drugging and fucking and sucking, get pregnant, and then it's, oh, let's do this under the table. We got so much more going on in this world. Like, we are literally in the middle of a pandemic. There are so many people who are unemployed and don't know when they're gonna get their next meal, and y'all are trying to debate on whether or not y'all should give us $1,200 for people to continue to survive, but y'all got time to worry about what Megan and Cardi doing. Like, please do your fucking job and like worry about the stuff that concerns y'all. The only WAP y'all need to be concerned about is like, where are paychecks? Where are paychecks? Where are the paychecks? Because that's my concern. Now, if you guys have been living under a rock and you haven't seen, or if you have not even just the actual podcast, but like that the podcast clip that went viral with Draya saying like, you know, some women get all the luck, and she thinks that like Meg and Tory had this Bobby and Whitney type of relationship, and she feels like, you know, she liked that type of stuff, and she wants, you know, she wants somebody to love her that much, and if they're in the middle of arguing and she decides to get out the car, that they basically try and shoot her in the foot to stop her from leaving. Before I go in, let me say this. I love Draya. I say this all the time. She's probably one of my favorite rebrands known to mankind. She's bossed up. She's become such a businesswoman. She's fine as hell. We definitely can't deny that. And I feel like she's really like done a lot to kind of change the narrative of how people have perceived her and just growing as a woman. But then Draya goes and says things like this, like I mean, Draya girl, like why would you, for what? What was your point? I don't get it. But what pissed me off is like the fact that like we've seen pictures of like Megan and Draya out on vacation together, and obviously, you know, like Draya showing her support for Megan. Here's my take on it. If you laugh with me, if you joke with me, if you've been in my space, if you know where I live, if you have my telephone number, for you to go on a public platform and you know, like when you bring this up, people are going to use that soundbite because it's you. For you to be somebody that has been in my space and has gone on vacation with me, and let's just say, like, I'm just gonna call it what it is, like we're friends, we're cool. For you to joke about something that could have very much not only ended my life but also ended my career, I'm gonna want smoke. Like you laughing with two grown ass men, even after the man was trying to like, no, like he could see like this was about to go down the wrong path, and you continue to just keep talking. Draya has since apologized, but it's just stuff like that, especially at my grown age, that I don't overlook. Because quite frankly, I don't want to be friends with nobody that's that damn grown and thinks that abuse in any form, or a man being aggressive or like, you know, crazy or psycho about you or behind you is like love. It's one thing for him to like be protective in a sense of like, no, this is my girl and nobody's gonna like disrespect her or hurt her. But for you to like be a grown ass woman and think that a man putting his hands on a woman, or worse, shooting a woman is funny, or like it should be romanticized or looked at as like love, is just wild to me. Like, I mean, at what age do people grow up? That wasn't cool to me at all, for like Draya to even be at her big age romanticizing some shit like that. Like, girl, are you dumb? Like, I don't get it. Like, somebody whooping your ass does not equate to loving you. That means that that person needs to go get mental help. And if you think that that shit is love, you also need to go see a therapist, because I promise you, somebody can adore the ground you walk on and treat you good and love you just as hard as these people who y'all think that when they're abusive or they going crazy behind you, that they love you. Them people are suffering from stuff internally that they have not worked on yet, and you are their outlet. You can be mad that I said it, but it's the truth. And I wouldn't be speaking this if I didn't have to learn from my own experience, not of like just domestic violence, but like people just not being whole and taking you down with them. And I just want people to understand, like, you can have love without like abuse and confusion. I could understand Draya saying that if she was maybe like 16 in high school and really didn't like have life, but like, you almost 40, girl, like relax. Going back to the whole friendship thing with like just Draya, like I feel like especially now, like in this day and age, I've really been like experiencing growing pains, whether it's been with having to cut family members off or cutting off like people who I felt like I would be friends with for forever, and just like growing apart. Like, I just don't have space for people that move like how Draya moved with Megan in my life. So it's like, if I feel like I can't trust you, I'm just gonna trust my gut. And if my gut was wrong, then, you know, my bad, that's my loss. But I would rather be safe than sorry, because these days you definitely got to watch the people that you allow to get close to you. And again, another reason why that really bothered me is because it's like, Draya, you're in this industry as well, and for as bad as people have talked about you being a mother, people have called you all types of hoes and have said all types of just scandalous things about you, which I give her that space to feel like, you know, maybe it's not true. Like, one of the model girls that you be cool with, but like they not like your inner circle, going on a podcast and like joking about Orlando beating your ass. Like, you wouldn't think that that shit is funny, so I don't understand why she thought it was funny when it came down to Meg. And like I said, I did see her apology, and that's cool. You know, obviously it's not for us to forgive her or to be like, oh, you know, the apology is accepted because it didn't happen to us, it happened to Meg. But I just know, as somebody who really prides myself on being like a loyal, true, and just honest friend, that's just not something that I would ever do to somebody that, like, even that I'm just cool with. Like, if something like that happens, I'm not about to be sitting here joking about somebody getting shot, especially somebody that I'm cool with. Like, that's just corny. Hopefully she learned her lesson, and she doesn't do anything like that again. I don't hate Draya because of what she said. I just definitely think that she needs to learn to be careful with the things that she says out of her mouth, because she definitely allowed them to use her for a good soundbite, and it bit her in the ass. Exposed their character a lot through the things that they do. Using my own life as an example, there's just some people who I have allowed to be in my space and to get close to me that were not my real friends, and the smallest things have exposed it. And I'm a firm believer that, like, if you're a good person, you don't have to go around saying that. Like, if you got good character is gonna always show through regardless of what somebody is saying. Like, you don't have to be cool with everybody, and just because, you know, you got a few things in common with somebody don't mean that you and that person needs to go be friends, because everybody don't have good character. And that's sometimes like people's toxic ass family included. I know, hell, that damn sure includes some of my toxic ass family members who I just choose to not deal with, because I don't spend all of this money and all this time in therapy to make myself into a better woman, to hold myself accountable, to make all these changes just to go and deal with people who trigger me, or they are not doing the work. So it makes it harder for me to be around them, because now it's like, oh, because I'm not allowing you to overstep those boundaries, or I'm not allowing you to disrespect me or handle me any old kind of way, then now we can't be cool. And I feel like when you do start to do the work, sometimes you understand that the only reason why you and certain people have relationships or connection is because of the fact that you lack boundaries. And when you start to enforce things and don't let people talk to you a certain way or handle you a certain way, or you're not always answering their phone calls or texting them back when they want you to text them back, then it becomes a problem for them. Cutting people off and just protecting my peace has been my thing literally and unfortunately for like the last 3 years, and I've just been making my peace with it, because at this point I'ma always choose myself over anybody in my life. And when I say over anybody in my life, I mean anybody that caused chaos or like frustration or like confusion. Like, yeah, like that shit has no place for you. I don't have any place for anybody with that nonsense in my life. Like, that Draya and Megan situation just really triggered me. Some people just don't be solid, and you really gotta protect your energy. So to Megan, I mean, you'll probably never see this video, but like, girl, I wish you a speedy recovery. I pray that everything heals 10 times better than what it was than before you had the surgery. I hope that that surgery gave you like a mega foot or something, and you able to twerk on one toe. Like, girl, I wish Megan the best of luck. Next topic, we are going to talk about Zonnique being pregnant and how y'all really need to mind y'all damn business. I saw a tweet that irritated me so deep. There was someone that stated like, T.I. was so busy worrying about Deja when he should have been checking on Zonnique. Like, do y'all not realize that this girl is, first of all, rich as fuck? Let's start there. Not only is she rich as fuck, she's a grown ass woman. Like, she's literally grown. She's grown as hell. She's 20 4 years old. She lives in her own house. T.I. is not her biological father. So he shouldn't have ever had the authority to be in her personal business like that. Like, enough to be out here like checking her hymen. Like, are y'all dumb? He didn't just find out yesterday that she lived with her man. Like, come on now, this girl's 24 years old. You thought they was just living together, reading bedtime stories? Like, come on, my G. Let's not do that. Zonnique is already like such a private person that I really hope that, like, honestly, girl, keep that baby to yourself, because people are just so cruel and so nasty, and people who have done just fine with parents who are not married, and you know, or parents who, or kids who have come from like a divorced home, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the way that people are coming at her about her being pregnant as if she's not a grown woman, y'all have to let go of the fact that she was young and into O.M.G Girls. Y'all have to let go of the fact that y'all watched her grow up on Family Hustle. Like, she's literally a grown ass woman. Like, let her do what she want to do with her life. Like, I don't understand why the only big news that should have came of that is like, oh my God, she's pregnant. Wishing her a safety, healthy, and happy delivery, and left it where it's at. But of course, what would the world be if people behind the keyboards didn't mind their business? So to Zoe, like, girl, congrats. You are such a beautiful person inside and out. Times that I've had the pleasure of like working with you or being around you, you've always been such a sweet and just nice person. Super cool, super down to earth. And I wish you nothing but the best with all those siblings that she has. I know she's gonna be a great mother. And yeah, like, girl, just wish the girl well and shut the hell up. I'm pretty much done with my makeup. I'm going to pop on some lashes off camera. Sorry if I'm looking at my monitors right here, but I'm gonna pop on some lashes off camera, and I am going to be back and we will wrap up this video. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna talk to y'all while I put my lashes on, because I ain't gonna be able to do it while I'm doing my lip. I need to bring this up because this literally just happened. The baby, honey, why was he on Al Gore's internet, literally not even a full hour ago, saying that we have him effed up if we think that he's not gonna vote for Kanye? I mean, not only is Kanye like not on the ballot, but like, y'all are dumb as hell if y'all don't see how the conservatives are using him as a ploy to divide the black vote. I'm in support of anybody that is trying to like better themselves mentally and emotionally. But Kanye is unstable as fuck. Y'all current president is unstable as fuck. Just because he is a rich black celebrity that does the same thing you do, baby, that does not mean that he deserves to sit in office and run this country. I really think that y'all think that like Kanye running for president is like cool, but it's like, this is our country, this is our lives. This isn't Coachella. Kanye don't need to be nobody's president. Kanye needs to lead himself first to get some like real help. And this is coming from someone who was a Kanye West fan. Like, it's just very disappointing to see how a lot of these black celebrities think that like Kanye is like the answer. Kanye is the furthest thing from the answer. All right, so my lashes are on. You guys always ask which lashes I'm using, so let me find one of the packaging so I can show y'all exactly which lashes to look for when y'all go in the hair store. So this is what the package looks like, and these are the lashes in shade number 1. Now, if you guys enjoy me doing this type of content, please let me know. This is literally the first time that I think I've ever successfully gotten through a chit chat get ready with me without saying every 5 seconds, or actually had like truly interesting topics to talk about that kept me going, and I was still able to do my makeup while talking. I think once I do this highlight, that'll be it. just need to know, is my makeup giving y'all like UK? Because I swear I talk about the UK black girls so much on social media. Like, how are all of y'all that fine? It's just like, I don't know what it is about the way that they do their makeup. Like, instantly when I see someone's makeup, I'm like, they're from the UK. They're from the UK. If they're not from the UK, they trained under somebody from the UK. Like, they just have a very specific makeup style that I'm like obsessed with. So I'm trying to train myself to kind of get in my UK bag, because I feel like that makeup is just so natural and so just flattering to the face. It brings so much structure without like looking like you did too much. That's my favorite style of makeup. For the past week, yesterday was like the first day that I could kind of really like get out of bed a little bit and like not feel so groggy or like I was dragging. So this morning when I woke up and I felt good, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and take advantage of this energy that I had. I literally haven't done my makeup in so long, y'all. I forgot what it felt like to look like a bad bitch. This is Praline by NYX. Y'all should know this by now. This is it for the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed doing this chit chat, get ready with me. So depending on how this does, and if you guys like this type of content, then I'll definitely keep trying to make sure that I make more of them. Celebrities are always doing something. There's always something going on in the media that I can relate to. So if you guys like when I do these type of videos, or if you just have things that you guys may want me to like talk about in general, make sure you leave it down below in the comment section so I can start curating more chit chat, get ready with me's to, you know, have something to talk about. But until then, I love you guys so much. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, share with your family and friends, and I will see you all in my next video.